For your chance to win a daily prize of £1,000, download the Raffler app today. There's a referral link in the description to the Google Play and App Store. Use that link and get an extra £100 bonus added to your daily prize. Also, over on G2A.com, use the promo code CHES to get a discount on your Xbox, PlayStation codes and games. Link in the description down below. Hey guys, welcome to episode number 14 of Season 2 at Newcastle United. We are in the middle of the January transfer window. Thank you again for all of your comments on yesterday's episode and all of your feedback. I now know how to pronounce Dennis Praet's name. Thank you for... There was so many comments being like, you'd say it like this, Chess. So, Dennis Praet is how you say that name, and I'll try and get that correct throughout the rest of the transfer window. Whether we actually go for Dennis Praet or not is remaining to be seen. Marko Arnautovic is a player we think we're going to go for instead. Slightly better in all areas other than perhaps short passing, but you could just train his short passing and it will get better. Nacer Chadli, I think I'm going to remove from the list. If I am going to get another left-sided midfielder, it will be Praet. But we're trying to get Marko Arnautovic in, and we're leaning towards Emiliano Insua as well, rather than Fabio Coentrão for the Haidara replacement at left-back. Depending on what the finances look like, we may go for Leroy Fer as well. We are, of course, trying to move on still. If I sort by transfer list, okay. We're still trying to move on Haidara and Colback. Not Haidara, Anita and Colback. So if I can bring Leroy Fer in with the sale of those two to raise the funds, then I will. I may have to try and use one of them as part of the deal to bring Leroy Fer in, but we'll have to wait and see how much money we've got left after the Insua and Arnautovic deals go through, which may be these emails here. Arnautovic has accepted his contract offer. He will be joining us for £5 million plus Kerim Fry. Marko Arnautovic is in. We have a new starting left-sided midfielder. We have a transfer offer there for Vernon Anita as well, which is good. Bayern have gone in for Arnautovic, but he signed for me, so tough shit, boys. He's signing for me. I want more than that, though. If they can give me two... Two's not going to be enough, is it, really? They can give me three. That's a big ask, actually. It's a big ask. But we'll see what happens with that particular deal. I'm not sure whether that will be enough, actually. Arnautovic just slotted straight in on that left-hand side there, which is good. That's where I want him to play. So we'll leave him there for now. I don't know whether we'll have enough money from that. I accidentally double-tapped A. Never mind, we've got emails to look at anyway. I'm not sure whether that money for Anita will actually be enough. Emiliano Insua has accepted his contract offer. He is coming in now as well. £4.7 million plus Haidara. So we have 6.3 remaining and almost £50,000 in the transfer budget. Insua should slot straight into the first team lineup as well. And he has done. Right then, Leroy Fer. What are you valued at? $9.5 million. He's in bad form though. He's available on a pre-contract, so we might be able to pick him up a little bit cheaper. I'm going to offer Jack Colback's worth 3.6. Let's offer Jack Colback plus... What's he on wage-wise? He's on 60 grand. Let's offer Jack Colback plus 2.5, and we'll see what they say. We might be able to pick it because we've been able to pick up Insua and Arnautovic a little bit cheaper because of their contract issues. So we'll try and do the same for Leroy Fer. But two new signings there to start today's episode off on the run-up to this FA Cup game. Now we get a transfer offer in for Jack Colback. I will stall on that for now. We'll leave it there because if QPR accept the offer for Leroy Fer or say they're interested in Jack Colback, then we'll use him in that deal. Adam Armstrong wants to play. I may actually play him. They'll give me 2.3 for Vernon Anita. Go on then, I'll accept that. 2.3 is fine, and that actually gives us a good boost to wage budget as well. We'll continue to stall there. If they're not interested in Jack Colback, then I will sell Jack Colback to Aston Villa, and then we should have enough money to buy Leroy Fer outright. But before then, we have a game against Nottingham Forest. So let's jump into the FA Cup. Fingers crossed we can get ourselves a good result. Hopefully you enjoyed today's episode. Make sure you drop the video a like rating if you do. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on any further content. But without any further ado, let's go and take on Nottingham Forest and see if we can't continue our run towards an FA Cup final appearance. Here's Chris Cohen into Velvijk. Lars Venvijk drops back to Chris Cohen. Does have a good strike on that left foot, Chris Cohen, but this time well off target, thankfully. I can't quite remember how we got on against Forest last year in the Championship. We obviously had an extremely good season, so I would like to presume that we did well against them, but there were a couple of teams that were able to get some decent results against us, but I think we were able to beat Forest both times we played them. If you can remember, then do let me know in the comment section. Here's Hogg. Oh, shot from distance, well saved by Sells, tipped over the top. Forest has been the better side here, building stuff very nicely indeed. We haven't really been able to get a flow to our offensive game just yet in this FA Cup tie. But Dendoncker looks for Gylfi. Can I get this to Ayoze Perez? That's the question. The answer is yes. It's a lovely turn and the shot is very well saved by Rensing. A rifling shot from Ayoze Perez. That's the last action of the first half. A first half dominated by Nottingham Forest, it has to be said. But we could have snuck a goal to go in front just before the referee put the whistle to his lips. Unfortunately, though, that man in between the sticks was equal to it and will go in at 0-0 at half-time. Dendoncker through the gap. Kovalenko, can he find the right pass to Ayoze Perez? Yes, he can. Can we find Gylfi? Can we get back to Kovalenko perhaps? Kovalenko in the box. Oh, lovely finish. Victor Kovalenko makes it Newcastle 1, Nottingham Forest 0. They had all of the play in the first half, but in this second half, we've raised our game. We showed a glimpse of it right at the very end with Ayoze Perez's goal, and he's picked up an assist here. Two of our best players all season, Ayoze Perez and Victor Kovalenko linking up. Great football, great goal. Newcastle 1, Forest 0. Here's Lamb. Into Lars Veldwijk. Oh, wow, that wasn't far away at all. I thought I was going to get a block on that when he turned and the defender was right there. But he's just fired it past him and that really wasn't far away at all. They keep getting close, Forest, but thankfully yet they haven't broken through our back line. The throw back to Arnautovic. Drill it into the middle for Dendoncker. There's so much space here for Gylfi. And he'll look for Deulofeu. And Deulofeu will surely make it 2-0. No. Oh, he nearly put it in the back of his own net. Eric Lehigh deflected off the bar from Gerard Deulofeu. A great block from Danny Fox. It needed to be made. Oh, almost took it into the roof of the net, though. We'll see if we can get something from the corner. It's deep. It's going to reach Perez. But, oh, and it still might be awkward for them. And it is. Keep that in, Gerard. Is it going to be a corner? No, he did keep it in. We'll cross the ball back into the middle. Up goes someone in the middle. Not too sure who it was. Dendoncker gets on the end of the loose ball. That's a free kick. Right. Can Emiliano Insua whip this in? I'm not going to give it to Kovalenko. They're making a change. Britt Sombolonga coming on. Let's give this to... Where are you? Emiliano Insua, who does have a really good left foot. Let's try and bend it towards the edge of the 6-yard box. And can someone get on the end of it? The answer is Rensing, and Deulofeu can't keep the ball away from the defender, and here come Forest on the counter-attack, but we've slowed them up, and Koulibaly steals it off the man. Koulibaly lays it across to Perez, surely two, and is. Oh, we're through to the next round of the FA Cup. We make it 2-0 in the 78th minute. Koulibaly, the defender left further forward from the free kick, tackles the striker, so the defender in a striking position, tackles the striker in a defensive position, lays it across, and Perez gets another goal to build on his already spectacular season. Newcastle 2, Nottingham Forest 0. Veldwijk out wide. I'm sure they'd want him on the end of crosses, not putting crosses in, but Koulibaly can only head behind for a corner, and now they'll get the chance to cross to Lars Veldwijk. It's going to be in the middle. He's at the back post with Koulibaly. Where's the cross going to end up? It's towards the near post. Sells does well to come and punch it away, but Eric Lehigh picks up on the loose ball. Have Forest got one last attack in them? I didn't even realise that their keeper was up for that. If we can win this header, we could catch them on the counter. Arnautovic is going to do well here to keep hold of possession, but he's done very well and plays in Henri Saive, who gets it to Perez. Bit of a heavy pass, but we'll try and look inside again. There's Arnautovic. Oh, just gets caught in possession, but Insua will get it to Ayoze Perez, and that is going to break to Marco Arnautovic. Can he finish the game off? No, tackled well. And it's gone straight to Rensing. That's going to be the end of the game, you would presume. The final whistle is not long in coming, and there we go, a 2-0 win in the FA Cup to take us through to the next round. Forest gave everything they could in the first half, but just couldn't resist in the second. The class showed through, and in the end, we get ourselves a convincing victory. And we're through to the 5th round of the FA Cup. That was the 4th, I think. And we'll jump now back to the transfer window, try and get one more transfer done, and then play West Ham. Swansea aren't interested in Jack Colback, so let's offer them just cash and see what they say to... I can't afford 6.5. Let's see. Well done, maths. 6.3. Maths was awful there. I was like, 155. Let's just knock it down by 1. Transfer for Jack Colback. We will now... do I accept that straight away? I'm going to accept it straight away, just in case they won't meet a counter offer, and that will ensure that we have, fingers crossed, enough money to ensure that Leroy Fer comes in. Vernon Anita has been sold to Norwich. Jack Colback has been sold to Villa. They don't want to let me have Leroy. Was that too valuable to them? Oh, come on. Offer a new deal. They said he was too important to them, but for £8.5 million, we'll see what they say. Actually, no, let's just offer them straight 10. Just try and get the deal done, shall we? Unsurprisingly, Swansea have accepted the bid of £10 million. He wants 90 grand a week. I can afford that. Leroy Fer looks like he's going to be coming in to be our third signing in this window. Arnautovic, Insua and Fer. They're the only transfers we've done, aren't they? We didn't do anything at the beginning of the window, and the contract offer has been accepted. The deal is done. Leroy Fer is our newest addition to the side. We are definitely improving this team. We got rid of a 76 rated player, a 73 rated player, and have replaced him with a 79 rated player. I'll actually put him on the bench here to start off with, but, oh, OCD, I'm going to have to put him back in the right position here. There we go. And I'm tempted to take Dendoncker out and actually put Leroy Fer in there. He's down as a cam, but he can play in centre mid, and he's got half decent tackling stats. Stand tackle 72, so he'll be good enough in that role. Dendoncker is now 80 rated, but I want to give Leroy Fer a run in the first team to see if he can actually have a really good impact, because he's got great long shots, and you guys know how much I love a long shot. And with Kovalenko, Gylfi Sigurdsson and Leroy Fer in the midfield, we are going to have some serious attacking prowess with our midfield three. An offer of 11 million for Henri Saivet. I now don't want to let Saivet go, though. We're going to... Or do I? No, it's pointless letting him go. There's no point. He's 79 rated at 26 years of age. We'll keep him. We've already gotten rid of 2 central midfielders this window. Let's jump into the Premier League game now against West Ham United and try and get 3 points for the first time in a while in the BPL. We really need to turn our league form around. Koulibaly to Leroy Fer. Arnautovic making moves. And there's space to move in too. Got Winston Reid with him. Brushes past 1 and then 2 and into Leroy Fer. Can he find some space? Leroy Fer on his debut. Oh, just not got the strength for some reason to hold off Manuel Lanzini. I would have thought he'd have been able to do that with ease, but never mind. Kovalenko will look to get this through to Gylfi. Gylfi loves a long shot. Oh, Gylfi loves a long shot. Berry sat in the top corner. What a strike. One of the best goals we've scored in this Barclays Premier League season. Gylfi Sigurdsson. Yes, my man. Scored a wonderful free kick. Scored a wonderful free kick earlier on in the season. On his debut, I think, or close to it. Well, no, it wasn't his debut. It was the first free kick I took with him. And he buried it, and what a hit there. With a man on his shoulder, that has flown into the back of the net. Barely any movement in the ball whatsoever. He's hit it that true and that hard. Keeper no chance. Newcastle 1, West Ham 0. Sorry with the throw. Back to Jenkinson. Into Lanzini, across to Payet. Great football. Good block by Chancel Mbemba. West Ham starting to come alive now in this game, and it's causing us some problems. I've given the ball away again. Enner Valencia out wide to Dimitri Payet. What's Dimi going to do here? I don't even know what that defending was with Fabinho there. I should be ashamed of that. And that one. And they've hit the bar and they've equalised. I deserve that. My defending there was absolutely atrocious. The amount of missed tackles. They deserve an equaliser from that. I think the sooner we get away from that highlight, the better. I missed the tackle on the edge of the box. Payet's just brushed off Koulibaly, smacked it against the post, and it's gone straight to Lanzini. 1-1. Gylfi's got Fabinho arriving. Gylfi's gone again. And we'll look for Ayoze. Perez gotten away from a couple of the defenders. This is a lovely run. Oh, and the finish is just too good. 2 minutes after we concede, we're back in front again. Ayoze Perez's dribbling isn't actually the best, to be completely honest, but he's gotten the ball off the defender there, just twisted away, and then the left-footed finish. Keeper perhaps should do better, but it's very good placement, and there's enough power on it as well to mean that Randolph can't keep it out. Newcastle 2, West Ham 1. Great game. Heavy touch by Enner Valencia, and Mbemba wins it off him, but Enner Valencia just bumps him out of the way. Nice ball in towards Dimi Payet, but can he keep it in? Dimitri turns inside, it's a heavy touch, but I can't change player quick enough to close him down. Sheku Kouyaté with the turn. And backwards here, West Ham. Mark Noble was crying for the ball in the middle, but he will get it. And Gurkan Toure on a run. Mark Noble just getting in the way of my defending there. Gurkan Toure could get the ball in. Oh, we've kept it in well with Chancel Mbemba. Right, counter-attack, lads. Leroy Fer. Nice ball across. Deulofeu's making the run, so we'll ping it in behind, and he is in behind. Aaron Cresswell with him. Great turn inside though. Can he find a teammate? There's Ayoze Perez. He's already scored once on his left foot today. Can he make it 2? Yes, he can. 2 goals for Ayoze Perez's left foot. 3 goals for Newcastle United. 57 minutes in, or in the 57th minute. Oh, that turn wasn't the best, but good strength to hold off Noble. I don't know why Carl Jenkinson didn't close me down, but I'm glad he didn't. Newcastle 1, Newcastle 3, West Ham 1. And that's his 12th goal of the BPL season so far. And I think that should be 3 points for us. And Valencia gets it out wide to Gökhan Toure. Where's Toure going to go? Oh, great tackle from Insua. He drops! Oh, wow. Great tackle from Emiliano Insua. Koulibaly can't get the loose ball under control, though. And then Valencia just runs in and hits it. There's no first touch. There's no attempt to try and run off with the ball. He just sprints at it and gives it a good old whack. And it flies in the back of the net. Newcastle 3, West Ham 2. Corner for West Ham. Sofiane Feghouli to take. He's literally just come on. Is he going to have an instant impact? No. Throw that to Cedric Bakambu. And we'll play it in front of Ayoze Perez. And people on the far side are getting up in support. We're just going to spread it. There's Deulofeu. If he can get it back into the middle. And we can poke it here to Leroy Fer. On his debut. Can't score. His first touch took him a little bit too far wide. I really should have made sure that I scored on that move because we had so many people forward there. West Ham really caught out defensively, but they're pushing for an equaliser, and the more they push, the more open they'll be at the back, and the more likely we are to be able to catch them on the counter-attack. We'll try it again here. Leroy Fer has passed, doesn't get off quick enough, but we are going to squeeze that around the corner. Dendoncker doesn't have much pace, so we'll squeeze it to Cedric Bakambu. He can turn inside. We'll look for the far corner. Bakambu! Well blocked by Aaron Cresswell. Still time for something else to happen. I see the man on the far side of the box. I will ping it all the way out to him. Kovalenko has his first touch. Decent. He's got past the defender. I'm going to have to turn inside. Can he whip it into the far corner? Oh, Jenkinson deflects it onto the post. Ayoze Perez picks up the loose ball and have another corner. Wow. How there haven't been 12 goals in this game, I'm not entirely too sure. They might get a good header. Oh my God. Leroy Fer, welcome to Newcastle United. What a header! He should have scored earlier on, but he's made up for it there. Wow! The power in the air and the power of the shot as well. When the cross was that deep, I'd almost given up. But what accuracy as well. And the pace on the header right into the top corner. Randolph, no chance. 4-2. Kovalenko. Oh, Perez, please tell me you were onside. He was. We just timed the pass right. Ayoze Perez clean away to try and get us a 5th. Perez! He gets a hat-trick. It's 5-2. What an unbelievable game against West Ham United. Incredible. So I didn't quite think he was onside there, Perez, but he just timed it. Running low on stamina. Just managed to keep away from Winston Reid and Aaron Cresswell and tucks it away well. 5-2. What a game! There goes the final whistle. A truly spectacular game against West Ham. We've had a number of games like that throughout this series as a whole. Not necessarily in the BPL, but we got a 6-1 win, was it, against Stoke City. We've gotten a 5-2 win now against West Ham. We scored 5 in another game earlier this season as well, didn't we? Or was it last year? I can't quite remember. A hat-trick, though, for Ayoze Perez. That was an unbelievable game of football. What a way to end today's episode. Well, we get 3 transfers in, we get a good game in the FA Cup, and then a phenomenal game in the Barclays Premier League to hopefully catapult us back up the table. We'll see Chelsea won there. A couple of other teams won as well. We have 14 games remaining in the BPL, and we are 6 points away from Europe. It can be done. I am confident now with the new signings that we'll be able to push on and get ourselves into European competition next year. We'll go to transfer deadline day. If anything happens, I'll show you. And I'll obviously show you any other deals that go through that are of interest to us as well. But I'll cut now. As if things weren't good enough for us in today's episode, Moussa Sissoko is now back from injury as well. There have been, however, a couple of moves I want to draw your attention to. Javi Martinez has gone from Bayern to Chelsea, and Kelechi has gone to Barcelona from Manchester City for £14.5 million. Didn't see those moves coming, I will be completely honest. I don't think there's going to be anything else happen from us on deadline day unless someone comes in with an unbelievable offer for a player that I might be open to selling. Bruma has gone from Galatasaray to, I can quite see it in time, I think it was Celta Vigo. Ambrose, Manchester City selling a lot of their youngsters, although they've replaced Ambrose perhaps with Højbjerg. Although isn't Ambrose a striker? I think Thierry Ambrose is a striker, but Pierre-Emile Højbjerg is in at Manchester City. No massive deals on deadline day so far. Bessier to Dortmund from Trabzonspor. Anything massive? Laporte to Arsenal. Finally, Arsenal buy another centre-back. Good one as well. Leto has moved to Torino. I don't recognise the badge from the side that he's moved from, though. Rakitic from Barcelona to Bayern Munich. That's a big deal. Won't affect us just yet. 3 big deals there, or 3 sizable deals. Ziyech going from FC20 to Saint Etienne. Zambrano from, I think it was Frankfurt, wasn't it, to Aston Villa. Castagne has gone to PSG. Boateng goes to Hannover 96. And that is going to round out the transfer window. No other big deals to be done, but there were some big ones in there. Robben, of course, the biggest of the window, all told. I often wanted to leave, but I'm going to try and use him a little bit more now. £123 million spent on deadline day. We still have a number of youngsters here, but I might actually give Sabrisa a little bit of training. I'll have to wait and see. But for now, that's going to bring today's episode to a close. We'll be back up to 3 games per video tomorrow, because, of course, we'll be out of the transfer window. And actually, we may have an FA Cup game scheduled for February, so it might not be Sunderland, Bournemouth and West Brom. If it is, though, then it will be Sunderland, Bournemouth and West Brom in tomorrow's episode. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time.